Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 33 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of OceanBlock2. Today's plan, I would like to continue down the main quest line to get to no pressure. Not a little, but a lot. So to do that, we need to get a flux gate, and then that'll get me access to the depth upgrade, which I don't need at all, because I have the Eclipse Alloy armor, which already has this included. But just for the sake of completing the quests and doing what we need to do, let's do the thing, right? So with that said, we want to get a flux gate today, and we want to get the Fragment Forge, which is apparently an optional quest at this stage. And then from there, we should be able to make the pressure dude, and then I can progress to the Rift Blow and find out what this crazy shenanigans thing is all about. So flux gate, yeah, easy peasy. So to make a flux gate, we are going to need a processing unit, 2 fluxite, and a platinum ingot. So last episode, right at the end, we made ourselves some platinum. Fluxite should not be a problem for us. In fact, why don't I make sure that you're this dude, right? I should be able to add this drawer, and now I have access to fluxite. Cool? And then you'll just do your job of making sure that fluxite stays in stock. How are we doing on power, by the way? We are at 54 reactive dust. So remember, like, many episodes ago when I said, like, I'm just going to throw a stack in here and it'll probably last a while? It's lasting a while. It's doing a good job. Because, remember, like, we get 8 buckets of oil from one of those reactant dusts. So it'll last probably a really long while. See, Dyer automates all the things, but also Dyer recognizes what things need to be automated. Sometimes. It really just comes down to I'm lazy. If I can do it once and be done, there's no need to automate it. But if I have to start doing it more than once, I get annoyed. I'm like, yeah, let's automate this. Reminder of this guy. It is electrum, carbon, plastic, yada, yada, yada. Plastic, carbon, electrum, redstone. Just grab a bunch of everything. I assume that goes into an assembler. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that starts cooking. Sweet. And then that will make my processing unit. And then to make these guys, we're going to need just 1 processing unit, but we do need 2 fluxite. So 1, 2, and now you're cooking, and that's cool. And then this flux gate can be used for like a handful of, quantum research station. That's neat. Large energy storage, big solar panel, all kinds of stuff. In fairness, what I should be doing is adding like pattern providers to some of these machines so that they can do auto crafting. Also, in fairness, what I should be doing is dense cables, just because. Now we're short on sand. You know what I could do? There's no reason that I can't do this. Let's put you in single mode. This, and this, right? So now, when we look at sand, there's no reason we can't do that, right? Sweet. We do have the quantum crafter. Is this the one that like keeps things in stock? Yeah, I might want to like keep a certain amount in stock kind of deal. How hard would it be to get a quantum crafter? Because I want to like keep things like glass in stock and whatnot. It's maybe a little bit more effort than I want to go with right now. Remind me how to make these. Isn't there like a sneaky... Yeah, a stack of matter balls and a smidge of lava. And a million FE, though. So I definitely need like a dense doohickey. Anyway, let's do some rewiring underwater. That sounds safe. Right, because we're currently using 9 of the 16 channels here. So I do this. And we could totally be doing this with, like, P2Ps, and that's probably the way I should be doing it, to be completely honest, is I should be P2Ping this. Especially because you have 16 channels. So that actually might be the way, right? Like, what if we did... Do we have the P2Ps? I know I... Oh yeah, wireless is out of range now, isn't it? You guys need, like, power and stuff, don't you? There's the P2Ps. Give me a bunch, please. That should not be a problem. And then while we're at it, we can get a nice memory card. And that should be cool. Right? So we P2P-U, we save it, we do normal cabling. We disconnect you, we load that up. Right? And then you just need that, like, powery bit. Which... Oh yeah, you need stuffs, don't you? For now, let's just do this to keep things happy. And then you can load. And the only thing I really need you to do now is have power here. Which is easier. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to borrow... I can borrow one from... Yeah, I know what I'll do. I'll borrow you for a sec. I just need to borrow this. So that I can ask for quartz fibers. Am I crazy? How do I not know how to make these? Because you're not connected. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Just gonna have to connect this guy, aren't I? Yeah, I just have to undo everything I just did, didn't I? Well, actually, no. I just need to... Boop. Should have my... I always forget that you have to power this thing. I always forget that you have to power that channel in the middle, that cable. It's just annoying. Alright, give me a bunch of these, please. And we should probably get some anchors, too. Perfect. Just to have. Okay. Now, we can do you. We can do that. We can do that. And load him up, by the way. And then I'm thinking we're probably going to want to rearrange how this works anyway. So let's get rid of energy cell. Because I don't think it makes sense to have these over here anymore. Today turned into I'm rearranging my AE system. That's what happened. Because what I want to do is have like a nice dense cable coming up here. So we will have you as an output. And then we'll do dense cable so that we can like more easily control stuff. Right? And then you should realistically come over here, right? And you can have your energy acceptor and your energy cells wonder if you can just touch, and that would be cool. And then what I want to have is my flux point on there. And that should be cool, right? And now I should have no problem looking up another flux point to reconnect here before I forget. Am I swimming fast? I guess I'm swimming fast. Kind of felt like I made my swim speed like overpowered. I guess it's good. I thought it was like really fast. I might be wrong. And then for this guy now I can make priority like 100, right? Which is cool because it means like he'll always prioritize giving power to the AE network. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now everything's back up and running, right? Except for I need this connection dude, right? So here we can do you. Can you guys connect and form? No, you can't really. Right, like that, and now you're groovy. Right, 3 of 16 channels in use. Everybody's good. And then that will make it easier for me to come over here. And what I'm going to want to do is maybe like, maybe that's not a good point. It might be a good point. It would really be the best point. It would be the best place to, you know, how about here? Nope, you're also in the way. You know what I could do is I could move you guys to be here. It's kind of fun doing this. I'm being completely honest. This is actually kind of fun to set up. Underwater, like underwater AE system is it's different. I'll give you that much. Let's put the dense cable here. Well, in fact, I'm gonna do. Let's go up here, and then we can snag you, right? And then the only nuisance is jumping out of the water. That's, you know, a minor irritant. So then you load up our memory card here, and then we can put some dense going this way, and then you guys can do like, you know, boom and boom, right? So that'll get you those 8, and that'll let me expand a little further if I so desire, right? And then we can have pattern providers for these guys, right? And I'm assuming I can insert and extract on any side. I'm hoping that to be true. I don't know if we'll ever need the... I'll hold off on you, but I know we're going to need the centrifuge. So what I'll probably do is put you here, Mr. Watery Dude. And then for my pipes, I'm hoping I can just do something like this. And that'll be cool. So that I can then do this. I like that. And then you're going to need water of some description. I could export bus to you if I wanted to. Or I could make it part of the insert pattern. Ooh, I like that. Right. So then, like, you ready? If I want to make this, right, that's cool. You guys all go away for a sec. And then, like, if I want to make you, which one of these do I know how to make? Anything yet? Coal dust should be easily doable. That is a sag mill can do coal dust. How about crusher? Yeah, just... Did I put a thingy on crusher yet? I didn't, or I did? I didn't yet. But I can. Right? All I need to do is side config you such that the back is input output auto eject and the down is energy, right? And then you go there, and then the assembler is what's going to get these 2 patterns, right? And then I also want this guy in the assembler, which he knows how to make that thing now, so that should be cool, right? And then plastic, I want you to know how to make plastic. So for that, it's going to be you, and see, it'll insert the water for me. So I don't have to worry about keeping water in stock. And same for this polymer thing, right? Same deal. Cool. So you go there, and then you two go there. And then let's just pretend I don't have any plastic for a minute, and I wanted to get another flux gate. You need plastic, right? We were short on packed wheat. Okay, that's not a problem. You are just that. And that's a normal, this kind of dude, right? So now, and you're short on platinum because I just don't have it in the thing. I'll teach you how to make platinum when and if I decide I need more than 48 platinum for the entire series. I don't know. Right? But now, like, Centrifuge is running. He's going to make, you know, that. And then he's going to make that. And then this guy's going to do that. And that's pretty cool. Yeah? Carbon fiber strand is actually a centrifuge recipe, not that. But we had some, so that's why it didn't matter. Cool. Awesome. And then that guy should kick on when he realizes that he's low. I guess he's not low, so he's fine. Super cool. Okay, so now that we have the flux gate, a little bit of a roundabout, but like, you know, all good. What did I get here? Infinite ham. Ooh. A mysterious piece of meat that smoothly replicates its original size no matter how much you carve it. Oh my, that's, should we check that out? I kind of want to check that out. Yeah, I never quite understood how these drawing pattern things worked. Like, how am I supposed to know the correct thing to do? That I never quite understood, per se. How am I supposed to know how to draw these guys? Right? Now that's something. I don't know how I was supposed to know that was the pattern. That's the only thing I don't get. Every 20.2 seconds regenerates up to 6 edible chunks, each restoring 1 hunger point. When consumed, the relic automatically uses the required number of chunks to replenish the player's hunger. That's cool. And then I think I can, like, upgrade this somehow, can't I? Now, what about this guy? Need to unlock at level 5. Earned when leveling up the relic to upgrade abilities. So can I just, like, take experience here and level this thing up? Because this is cool and I want to play with it for a minute. I apologize. Gained by using relic abilities as intended. More details can be found in the experience upon reaching the maximum value of the relics. So is there a way I can, like, just pour experience into this thing and, like, that's cool? Or no? Oh, cost. 2 upgrade points, 50 player experience points. That doesn't mean 50 levels, does it? I mean, I'm going to get 50 levels and see if that's what's up. I mean, we should have tons of experience here, right? Yeah, we do. I can experiment with this for a minute. I think we need the upgrade points before we can level up. Yeah, see, we have experience points, but, like, okay. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything. Each time any relic in the inventory gains experience, regardless of the method, 25% is also gained by this relic. Okay, that's cool. +1 experience points for each chunk consumed through the regeneration ability. I really just want to try this thing out. So what I'm going to do is take this away and then just have this ready to eat. Okay. Okay. See what happens once I get hungry enough to eat something, right? Cool. All right, enough distractions. Back to what I was working on. I'm interested in that ham. I always like the idea of like infinite food, because I like early game having to deal with hunger, but like at some point it's just like, all right, leave me alone. I want to automate and build things. I don't want to have to think about food. It's not my priority. Anyway, we were going to make the Fragment Forge. Can be made to break down items and sometimes gives extra items. This can be used to create more platinum and fluxite. So the Fragment Forge is going to be a thing. I don't know how it's going to be a thing. Gets fluxite from platinum. It feels like not necessary right now, because platinum I didn't feel like was hard to get from me, right? It's just Eclipse alloy fuel, which is like, you know, a lot of coal, but like, meh. But I feel like we should make it just so we can complete the chapter. So let's make the thing. What I am going to do is start adding this kind of thing to my autocrafts. Now you can be that. But you are like, we're either going to have to do immersive to get that, or we're going to have to somehow automate you, which I haven't decided how I'm going to, like, I should probably go this route, to be honest with you. But we'll hold off on that for a minute, just so I can get some stuff going here. And then what else don't you know how to make? Copper. What are my options for plating? Or iron reinforced. So that's just iron and steel. Or this is like a copper alloy, which is not hard to make per se, an N-bar. And this is steel and nickel. So let's go with just this one. That should be fine. I think steel's on my like to automate list. What's a good way to automate steel? Oh my goodness, there's like not a lot of good ways to automate steel ingots. Steel ingot from FTB materials can be done this way, right? So like I could do the foundry. I guess mechanism steel is like not a thing, right? No mechanism steel options? Mechanism steel, so I could blast furnace it. Those are generally kind of slow though. And I can alloy it with so really no mechanism steel. Interesting. Okay, duly noted. We're gonna have to figure out steel ingots at some point. I really don't want to do this. If I have to, I will. I just don't want to. I'd rather automate it with existing resources. Just like it said, because I did a lot of mystical agriculture previously. But anyway, I should now be cool to make you. Okay, nope, we definitely have to decide on steel right now. So give me a minute to think about how I want to do steel, and I'll be right back. So I've got some coke, so I guess what I'll do is foundry it, alloy foundry it, right, like that. Did I add a thing here for you? I think I did, right? Yeah, foundry, cool. So that shouldn't be a big deal, right? And then I should have no problem saying I want my Fragment Forge. And then you should, in theory, be processing. It's really slow though, so I'm gonna have to. I might have to do the seeds. I might just have to break down and do them. I was trying to avoid it, but if I'm pushed in that direction, what choice do I have? So now finally the depth upgrade, right? So this should be hopefully easy to make. You just need my depth upgrade Mark 1, which I should have some matrices over here still from last time I played with that. I remember making some and not using them all, so that's cool, right? So then atomic alloy, I should just teach you how to make that, right? Just skip that bit. I I have some refined obsidian dust, but I should like teach you how that's made. Skip that bit. Do you know how to make obsidian dust? You don't really, do you? Sag mill will get me 4. That works. Cool. So sag mill will get me 4. And then this is this dude, so you both go in there. Or this one goes in this guy, right? And then you get to enrich these things for now. Cool. You might need speed upgrades. Let you do your thing. And that should be the end of that chapter, and this should be the chapter being complete. Nice! Alright, we done did it. So we get a rare loot, we get chaos box, we get other cool stuff. Let's open up this chaos box and be ready to fight whatever monster pops out of it. No monster that time. I just got extremely sharp cactus. Plus 25 attack damage. Plus 10 current HP damage. What? Is this like a thing I use to like hit mobs with? Or is this like something I equip somehow? I don't know. I have no idea what that is. I do not know. I wonder if I can like... I wonder if I can clone it. Like, I'm worried that doing so, like, because that looks like the same... I'm assuming, like, the cloning of items does not duplicate any NBT data on the thing. So, I'm pretty sure if I threw that in the replicator and disintegrated it, it would, like, just give me normal cactuses, not that. I don't know. I just work here. Okay, so, hey, that's all of Chapter 3 complete. Did not technically complete all the quests in Chapter 2. The ones outstanding are to make snow, to make soul seeds, which, wither rose, how hard is that to make, per se? I can throw spirit fire poppies. Could probably get that going. Ooh, I get to eat the ham. Sweet. Well, that was cool. It, like, totally saturated me. Look, it's regenerating. That is cool, actually. I really quite like that. Look at that neat little, like, fiery, wavy effect it does. That is really cool. Every 20 seconds regenerates up to 6 edible chunks, each restoring 1 hunger point. When consumed, the relic automatically uses... That's cool. And look, we got a little bit of the experience we need. So I guess we got 6 experience from it. So, like, we have to use it a lot before we get to the point where we can level it up once. Right? I guess so. Now, could I put you in here? So the problem would be, like, you know... I don't know if it would regenerate in my backpack. That's my concern. Right? Because backpacks don't typically pick the items that they're trying to do. Man, look at all this junk. You can go in my backpack. I don't know that I need you, Fragment Forge, just yet, and I shouldn't need you because my armor's doing everything for me. So we're cool to put most of this junk away at the moment. And then you can also go away, and you can also go away, and you can go away. Because I was going to do, or I did do, but I don't do it right. I guess vein mining things is a good way to get the ham hock thing, right? That works for me. And I assume I can just put all this stuff away, no problem. Cool. And then I'll let you recharge and then keep eating you and hopefully that'll get me to the point where I can level something up. All right. So I should be able to Spirit Fire. That needs Demon Seed Fruit, right? So I should set up some kind of farm system at some point, and it shouldn't be hard thanks to my whole, Celestigen access now. Right? Do I have a flint and steel in here? I do. Cool. Cool. And just for the sake of, doing this, that works. And then what do I do with these? I can use them to make the Soulbound book. Okay, that's cool. I can also get biomass out of them. I assume that's just like any seeds can do that. Grown on soul soil contains a soul. Soul soil, not soul sand. Do they grow like in water, like other things? Apparently. Okay, makes sense to me. Sure, I don't know what I'm doing. Now, are you full, or is there, like, more to go here? It still has that little wavy bit, so I can't tell if it's still regenerating. But I guess we'll figure it out at some point. Does it matter when I eat it? That's probably another good question, right? So, like, it's currently at 17 saturation. It probably doesn't matter when I eat it, because the thing says... +1 experience point for each chunk consumed through the regeneration ability. I like Infinite Ham. Sounds cool to me. All right, I think that's probably about wrapping up point. So lots of miscellaneous stuff today, but definitely some good progression too. When we come back next episode, and yeah, I know all about Soulbound. I'm really bad about putting Soulbound on my stuff. I should be very much more diligent about soulbinding my things, but I'm very bad about it. When we come back next time, what I'll probably do is how hard is snow to get? At some point, there we go. Drop ice into polymorphic fluid, and we get snow. So I will probably make that at some point. And if I make the pressure chamber, then I completed chapter 2. Just for the sake of doing it. Maybe I'll knock that out next episode early on. Now we can start exploring the rift below. So we'll have to figure out like what that's all about. Because I have no idea. We're going to find out. Together, as a team. Alright, for now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and, do some more progression-y type stuff. And also automations and all the other things. For now, take it easy. What is this? Rift portal? Why is there a rift portal there? What is this? This is... Okay, there's a rift portal there, apparently. That's cool. Alright, that's what we'll check out next episode. I guess by virtue of the fact that I got to this point and completed Chapter 3, it marked the nearest rift portal on my map for me, which is nice of it. And it's not far, so that's also cool. Alright, for now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.